Konnichiwa, and welcome to the 61st podcast of the NC Rowan County Anime Group. My name is Robert Clown, and thank you for taking the time to check out this broadcast today. Today we're going to be reviewing some anime, and I hope that you'll have a fun time watching them. This coming Saturday, we are going to be looking at an anime called The Great Teacher Onizuka. This was put out by Tokyo Pop, and what I like about Onizuka, a friend of mine, her name was Marlene Ivanovich, introduced me to this series. And I'm internally in debt with Marlene for, taking the time out and showing me about one episode of this series. Onizuka, The Great Teacher Onizuka, is a very interesting character. He is an ex-motorcycle hood who decides that one day he wants to become a teacher, and he has some very unorthodox methods of how he teaches. So it's a wonderful series, and I highly recommend it. And I'm happy to say that when we played it at club before, it was very successful, and the members really liked it the last time we played it, and I'm glad we're finally getting around to showing it again. For my next anime, and this was also another one that Marlene had told me about, Orihana Dango, Boys Over Flowers. And this is the tape case, and this was put out by Viz Media, and it's over here in the United States. Boys Over Flowers is basically a Pride and Prejudice type of story, and I love the backgrounds and stuff in Boys Over Flowers, the animated series, because it looks like a watercolor painting. I mean, H-Cell is done like that. The music tour is excellent. I only have one small gripe about the dub about Boys Over Flower. Now, in Japanese, they have a character called Rui Hawasawa. The director on Boys Over Flower got very slack indeed, and instead of saying Rui, they had the person sometimes say Louis Hawasawa. And sometimes I noticed the word Makushi isn't said properly, and they add an extra T onto it at times. So that is sloppiness on the director's part, not on the actors, because the actors should have been told by the director not to make those type of mistakes. Now, in anime, believe it or not, the series called Lupin the Third, over in Japan, it's Rupin the Third, because they felt like dropping the R and putting in an L would be a lot easier for us Americans to announce, instead of Lupin, and just Rupin the Third. Very interesting. The next anime I want to tell you about is a fun little series that was put out by 80 Films, which later on became Session 23. Now, they don't have the rights to this anime anymore, and I don't know who owns the rights to it to distribute it over here in the United States, but I'm going to tell you about Gunsmith Cats. A great series. 6 episodes long, and sort of your two cop girls type of show, and like I said, there's only 6 episodes. Also, too, I wanted to get you, before I go back, let me get the respective age for Great Teacher Onizuka. They have it on the box, and it says over here older teens for this one, and I would not let myself, no one under the age of 14, watch this. Boys Over Flowers, I would say let a 13-year-old see it, but in some of the later episodes, they do have some moral issues that I don't really like. That really, I think for the proper age for this one, I would have to say somebody 16 up. And Gunsmith Cats, I definitely would not let anyone from, let's say, the age of 14 up on that one as well, for Gunsmith Cats. Now, for my next anime, that I'm going to talk about, and this is a bit of an old schooler. It's hilariously funny, and it was played on the Cartoon Network, believe it or not. Not Cartoon Network, Anime Network. Not Anime Network. We'll get these networks straightened out in just a moment. It was shown on the Sci-Fi Channel back in the 1990s, and I am talking about Project AKO. There are several movies of that series, and let's see, who put this little puppy out? U.S. Media, U.S. Manga put this out, Central Park Media, and what I like about that anime is not the relationships the girls had in the anime, but rather there's this one scene. If you ever watched like the old Roadrunner cartoons, well, Biko does exactly the same thing as the Coyote does when she's drawing her plans to build a super fighting robot, and it's exactly the same sort of idea that you saw in a Roadrunner cartoon where Wile E. Coyote's drawing his plans and he starts laughing away and laughing away. Same thing for Project AKO. You got Biko doing exactly the same thing, drawing and laughing away, and I thought that was a very humorous thing. This is also played on the Sci-Fi Channel, and it is called Akira. Now, Akira, believe it or not, we really do owe a lot to, and Streamline did the first dub of it. Carl Masick brought this over here to the United States, was responsible for Akira getting over here. And people have always said that the Streamline dub of Akira is probably the most definitive dub there is, that they did an excellent job. It was one of their best jobs they ever did at dubbing. I hadn't never saw the Pioneer Geneon dub of Akira, because they got a hold of Akira, got the rights to Akira, but they had to go and redub it, and so I hadn't seen that dub version yet. And so actually there's two dub versions of Akira running around. Like there is also I heard two dubs running around at 5 centimeters per second. And one was done by 80 Films, one was the other dub was done by I think it was Bang Zoom Entertainment. Well, I hope that you have a very nice day today. Our next meeting is July 17th in front of the Books Pavilion at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, we are going to go over to a person's home to watch The Great Teacher Onizuka. July 24th is FYE at 2 o'clock. Hope to see you there. July 31st is Oriobaku down in Charlotte, the Japanese Culture Festival. And also in August 1st is Charlotte Comic Con. Hope to catch you down there too. August 14th we're having a yard sale. Yay! And oh yeah, before I forget on the, something very important I want to talk about the NC Rowan County Anime Group. Our membership has gone up since the last few podcasts. We are now at 202 members in the Yahoo group at this time, and some of the members are now posting more frequently, and that's a good thing. I want to keep encouraging you members, go out and post in the internet club in Yahoo, talk to one another, exchange ideas or information, or send me some information. I need information very badly. Also too, in September we are going to be having a membership drive, and also too, before I forget, back in August we're supposed to be showing Burst Angel, which one of our members has been patiently waiting for me to show that anime for quite some time. Burst Angel is put out by Funimation and is done by Studio Gonzo. Well, this is it for now. Take care, goodbye, and have a good day.